He's Ro.
She's Meg.
It's Meg and Ro in the morning. Good morning.
See us.
It's Adventure Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Adventure Friday.
Another one in a good old West Side Houston.
Yes, because I love West Side Houston. So we went to Katy, and this was really for like a job.
Yeah,
This
pretty
was not for leisure or
No.
leisure, as some people will say.
for business.
It was for business. We went to Kuroshiro Kawaii, which is a J fashion boutique in Katy.
Japanese fashion for the people that don't really know.
What J stands for.
Correct.
So we went down there to shoot a promotional video, which should be out by now. And if it is, then we will link it in the description. Because by the time this comes out, this isn't coming out this upcoming Friday. It's coming out next Friday. Yeah, you should be done with it by then. I need verbal confirmation from you that it's going to be done by then.
You know me. I get work done quick.
Okay. So we'll link it in the description so you can go and watch that promotional video. And also we released a Payne Points podcast episode with Cal and Colin, who are the owners of Kuroshiro Kawaii. So you can go listen to that as well. We interviewed them over Zoom. Sarah and I, Sarah is my mom, we do the Payne Points podcast together. So you can check that out. You can check the promo video out. And now you're checking this out, where we're going to talk about Kuroshiro Kawaii.
Mm-hmm.
And our experience with them and the owners, and also the restaurant that we went to after our shoot, which was called Spicy House.
Yep, just a quick disclaimer. I have no knowledge in any overseas fashion, but I think fashion is fashion in general. So people should like find their
You don't have
niche.
any knowledge in any other fashion?
Overseas fashion.
So like European fashion or Asian fashion or anything like that?
Correct.
You just...
I think I can talk like in fashion in general. I mean, I've seen like movies, TV shows.
Right.
But like you experience Japan.
Well, yeah, but you don't like... Are you not big into fashion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not knowledgeable enough to be like, yeah, this is what they wear. This is how they dress. This is what it means. This is what it not means.
Whereas I feel like I know a lot about fashion
Yeah.
all over the world.
You've experienced Japan. So you've been face to face.
Well, I also I like fashion in general, and I'm very interested in it. So
Yeah.
I know like generally what the trends are
Mm-hmm.
overseas and what people are wearing.
Correct.
So whereas you, I would say that my fashion style is very eccentric, and yours is very casual.
Yeah.
And Kuroshiro Kawaii is definitely a place that you can go if you do have a eccentric style of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Because how would your first impression, because we've gone twice now,
Yes.
what was your first impression when you walked in the door?
To be honest, it was Tokyo Drift, what I referenced earlier, like the Fast and Furious movie.
Right.
Because in one of the scenes, they're in the parking garages where there's nothing but cars and like women, and they're J fashion, or I guess their fashion, because it takes place in Japan.
Right.
So their fashion style to where it's like either not loud, but like bright clothing, or dull but very detailed, or dark and dark.
Okay.
And so it shows like, okay,
By dark, do you mean like gothic? Do you mean emo? What do you mean by that?
I feel like it's a mix of everything. Goth, emo,
Punk.
like cyberpunk style, stuff like that. They didn't have a lot of like, they call it tech clothing that has like sometimes they have like pockets within pockets, and sometimes they're like waterproof. I think it's like tech wear or something like that. Not actual technology wear, but the clothes have different stuff on them. Like you can
cargo?
Yeah, like you can transform the jacket to like a shirt with one zip or stuff like that.
Weird.
There's a guy I follow on TikTok. People are like, dress like this, and he'll have the colors and material that matches this certain character.
Okay.
So like dress like Scooby-Doo, and he'll like have brown and blue, super nice stuff. And the people are like, get a $30 attire.
I don't have my phone on me, so I can't look up tech wear, but if you are watching the video version, Ro will put up some images on the screen. He'll also put if we're wrong and it's not called tech wear.
I feel like it's something cool. But the guy, like, they tell him like $30 outfit,
right,
and a $30,000 outfit.
Wow.
Somehow he has a $30,000 outfit just chilling in his closet. And so when I walked into the store, I saw this kind of stuff. I'm like, wow. And then I saw the prices, and I was like, wow.
Not everything is expensive there, though.
No, I saw like 2 things that were like, okay, like that. I don't know much about that brand or the designer, but that's like over my price point.
Right. And also, I don't think that, like, would you bring your fashionable friends there to try out their things?
If that's what fits them, yes.
Because I feel like Kuroshiro Kawaii has a lot of different like styles. I mean, we talked to the owners, and they said that they wanted to have an inclusive store where no matter what your style is, you can find a piece that works for you. So they have like decora fashion, like things that could be used for decora, which is a very... I'm looking at camera 1, which is my camera, and it's like it was spazzing out just now.
Yeah, flips.
Yeah. So like very bright, colorful, big patterns, bright patterns. And then they have like Lolita. So they have like sweet Lolita and gothic Lolita. And Lolita is characterized by like the big poofy skirts.
Yeah.
And corset tops. And generally being like modest wear. I would say that Lolita is very modest.
Yeah.
So like there's no cleavage generally. It goes down to the knees or further. And then like just Japanese streetwear in general. They have a lot of different brands, a lot of different Japanese brands. So I think that if you were in the Katy area on a day that like Kuroshiro Kawaii was open and you were with like friends, I think that you could definitely take them there because they not only have all of this like Japanese streetwear, but they also have indie brands that are from America.
Yeah.
And they also have licensed Sanrio products. So do you know what Sanrio is?
Is Sanrio a product from here or
Japan?
Okay, cool.
It's like Hello Kitty.
Okay.
And Hello Kitty is one of many characters. It's kind of like Disney, right? So there's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and things like that. Well, there's Hello Kitty, there's Cinema Roll, there's Pum Pum Puddin. There's like Gudetama, the like lazy egg.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of different characters, and they have like tote bags and t-shirts and things like that are official licensed products. So you know that you're getting like official Sanrio items there. They had a lot of different jewelry and accessories.
Yeah.
And the store itself is really nicely put together, in my opinion.
It's laid out how I imagined it would be laid out.
Really?
So like accessories were in the first,
like in the front.
In the front, it's like a two room. It's one big room, but there's like a wall.
A divider, yeah.
Divider. There you go. Because there's like jewelry in the first half, and then like easy clothes. I call it easy clothing because it's like easy to spot.
Right.
And anybody can just grab and go.
Right.
Compared to the second side or the other side of the divider, it's like they have like the main table is like their soaps and shampoo, whatever kind of stuff, and then there's like the more hardcore, like detailed J fashion,
like Lolita streetwear.
Kind of
yeah. They also do consignment. So when you first walk in, I'll give you guys like a kind of a tour in your mind. Okay, you're in your mind palace now. You walk in, and it's like Rose said. There's 2 different parts. There is, and it's one big room, like Ro was saying, but there is kind of 2 divider walls on either side. So you first walk in. On the right, there is, and when you go, it may be a little bit different, especially depending on when you listen to this podcast. If you're listening to this like 2 years after it came out, it's definitely going to be different.
Or a different location.
Or a different location. We'll put the location and their website and their social media in the description down below so that way you can check them out, because I don't have my phone on me right now, so I can't list it off for you. Also, Ro, can you put it like on the video? Thank you. Yeah. So on the right is all of their licensed Sanrio products and their stuff from Miss Octopi, which is a clothing brand here in America. And then on the left is accessories and a bunch of different like indie and Japanese brands.
Yep.
And then you go into the main portion. On the right, there's like their consignment stuff. So clothes or shoes that people have brought in for some reason or another, and they're in various quality. I mean, obviously they only take in like high quality, like gently used items. Like they're not going to have anything with rips or stains or anything like that.
Right.
And then on the left, I would say it was more like all of their Lolita stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So big dresses, things like that.
Yeah, big like detailed big
poofy
dresses. I was just looking at them as I was taking video, just taking like detailed shots. All of the stuff is like very, I wouldn't say animated, but it captures the brand. You know, like for example, Nike is like the check mark, right? And then I don't know much about the J Fashion brands, but you can look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. You know, because it took Nike a while for like the check mark to be Nike. You just see like, oh yeah, that's Nike.
Right.
But if you were to like see someone in the street that's like J Fashion, like, oh yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
Right.
Bright colors, sometimes animation on there, very easy to the eye. Mm-hmm. It doesn't like sometimes you look at a color, you're like, that's a little too bright. Not too bright, but you kind of like trying to wrap your head around what is that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But some of the J Fashion clothes over there, I saw like this is like pleasing to the eye. Mm-hmm. You know, like you look at it and you're like, you know, I'm calm, I'm chill.
Right.
It kind of relaxes me the way the colors combine with each other.
The first time we went, it was just us, and you took some pictures, which you'll be putting on the screen, I'm sure. Hey, look at camera 1 real quick.
Boy.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. We're keeping that in. That's kind of funny. Mm-hmm. Ro is using a different camera today.
Let's see.
So, do you think is it not recording?
No, yeah, the red dots up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I couldn't see it from here. What was I saying? Oh, the first time we went alone. Ro is going to be putting some pictures up. Mm-hmm. And the second time where we went for the shoot, we went with our friends Chelly and Kara. Mm-hmm. Chelly of Rose Colored Prints and Kara of my best friend Kara fame.
I think you like my Kara of the hairstylist Kara.
Yes, Kara of the hairstylist Kara at Visible Changes. And the outfits that Cal put together for us. No, not Cal. Cal was late. Colin put for us. What did you think of them?
First, I thought Colin of a Marilyn Manson kind of style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very Marilyn Manson.
Colin, Marilyn Manson, and Cal was like a vampire.
Vampire, yes. Mm-hmm. Like very, was it Twilight?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Twilight style.
Mm-hmm. That's a compliment.
Yeah. And so, because I saw, okay, which one's the tall one?
The tall one was Colin.
Okay.
The short blonde one was Cal.
Okay, 2 L's, the tall one. 1 L, the other guy. Cool.
Yeah.
So, Colin, yeah, very Marilyn Manson style. Very, like, I like this fit. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, is your whole closet just black? He's like, yeah, it's just black. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, I love that. Love that for you.
Super cool looking guy.
The outfit that Kara wore, if she didn't have the wig, it would not fit, in my opinion.
The hair really made it.
The hair brought it all together.
She was like blue, pink, purple pastel look.
Yeah.
Very cute. Mm-hmm. Her outfit was pink platform heels with a
sucker was huge, man.
Yeah, they were really big.
Like the size of this water bottle. I wish I was joking.
Yeah, they were like 6 inches or something. She was very tall. She was like, honestly, this is kind of weird. And she had on this purpley blue, like sparkly overall skirt. Mm-hmm. And then one of the Miss Octopi eyeball kimonos. And then, I wish I could remember the shirt that she was wearing, but it was like a candy, like marshmallow shirt. Yeah. And it was all very like pastel.
Sparkle, right? One of the tops had like a sparkle, like a plastic sparkle type thing.
Mm-hmm. That was the overall she was wearing. Okay. Mm-hmm. That really fit her. But I think what fit the best was Chelly in her cute little Lolita like dress.
It was very fitting.
Yeah, it was fitting for her. Like if she had her hair up like in a cute little bun with like some accessories, it would have been perfect. I did not get the name of the dress that she was wearing, unfortunately, but it was like a Lolita style, like sweet Lolita style dress. It was, the main colors I would say were like chocolate brown, pink, and like a teal. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mainly saw the teal in the dress.
She was so cute.
And so, yeah.
She said it reminded her of her quinceañera dress.
Yeah, it was very, very, very fitting.
Yeah. And I was wearing a full Miss Octopi outfit with the gummy bear dress and the drippy rainbow kimono, which I'm definitely going to be buying that outfit once I get paid because it was so cute. And it was very like summery, like spring fashion. Mm-hmm. So like I literally could imagine myself like going to some sort of like tea party or picnic or something in that outfit because it was really flowy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was wearing some shoes that they had on consignment. So, you didn't try anything on?
No.
Did you want to?
Not really.
Why?
I didn't think they had my size.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, so here's the thing about J Fashion.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me talking about this, didn't you? Or were you too busy?
I think probably.
So a lot of the J Fashion brands do one size fits all.
Okay. No, I was probably too busy videoing.
So some of like AC/DC Rag is the J Fashion brand that I have the most experience with.
Right.
And they have most of their t-shirts are either one size fits all or they call them oversize.
Mm-hmm.
And their one size fits all is like a perfect size for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the oversized really is oversized. But for like, I weigh about 140 pounds. I'm 5'2". Mm-hmm. And so I would be self-described like a small, curvy girl. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give my exact measurements. 1, because I don't need to. 2, because I don't remember them. And if you're a bigger person than me, like if you weigh more than I do, or you're curvier than I am, you're probably not going to fit into what the one size fits all is, because Japanese people are very small people, like the majority. But recently, AC/DC Rag has introduced a plus size collection, so you might have been able to fit into the Gloomy Bear plus size stuff. But we should have put you in an outfit.
Hooray for American obesity!
Oh my god,
all of America.
So I would say that if you go to Kuroshiro Kawaii and you are a bigger person, don't be worried about not fitting into something, because they're going to find something for you. And especially like the indie brands like Miss Octopi are going to have way more size choices instead of just the from Japan imported stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yep.
AC/DC Rag, like I said, is hoping to bring more plus size stuff to their collection, because they're not all Japanese people are super duper tiny. Some Japanese people are fat. Like some people are just bigger.
Yeah. You should watch some like Japanese mafia movies. That's some big news in there.
Right. Or like Ramaya from Black Spot Tattoo. She's just a tall girl. She's a big tall girl. And so the plus size Gloomy Bear AC/DC Rag collection would fit her perfectly. Yeah. But that's what I want to say is like, no matter what size you are, if you go to Kuroshiro Kawaii, there's going to be something for you there because of the wide range of indie and J fashion brands that they have. Yeah. So
I would say
we should have put you in an outfit. We really should have.
I would have disagreed to put you in an outfit. I just know that some of the Hispanic fashion has gone into Japanese culture.
Really?
So like lowrider fashion is in Japan.
Nice.
And so I feel like they rock it better than we do.
Probably.
Because they look cooler. But it originated in California. Lowrider originated in California. Then Japanese was like, hey, you know, we want to buy an old school car and make it lowrider. I feel like their lowriders are better than ours. In some cases, you know. But just the way... Because, you know, people will hate on other people's fashion. Like, you're copying us, or like, that's not part of your culture. Compared to like...
Cultural appreciation is different from cultural appropriation.
Yeah. And so the Japanese people is probably
appreciate
like later in time, past time, appreciated the Hispanic culture, the Chicano culture, and they took it in. They adopted it, and they made it their own style, but still based on Chicano culture, and it fits so well. And I'm like, wow, like people will hate on other people that dress the way they dress. You know, let's say if I dressed formal, right? And not many Hispanics dress super formal, but like, you know, jackets, vests, whatever, stuff like that, right? Let's go backtrack. Mafia style, right? Vest, jacket, fedora, hat. If I dress like that, they're like, why you dress like that? This is kind of weird. I'm like, bro, it's like fashion appreciation. or if I went back in time, slacks, the white and black shoes, pants all the way up here, what are they called? The suspenders, and a long chain. That was like, you know, early 20s, 30s kind of style. And people
That's what everybody wore.
And so people were like, why are you wearing that? I'm like, bro, I just like it, you know? People will hate on other people's fashion, but who is it hurting? Nobody.
People hate on me all the time for what I wear. Yeah. Like when I go out in public wearing something super brightly colored, like here in Lufkin, right? Here in Lufkin, sorry. If I wear something really brightly colored and like what I would describe as like obnoxious.
Yeah.
Even I know that it's obnoxious kinds of clothing. Like people will like do a double take or they'll laugh or they'll stare. And at Kuroshiro Kawaii, I felt very like seen. I felt very accepted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was able to like find pieces that I wanted to buy and have the employees all the 3 times that I've gone say, oh, this would look so good on you, instead of being like, why are you wearing that?
Right.
So
like, let's say if I wore this kimono,
right,
people were like, what the hell? But if you were to wear my poncho, people were like, what the hell?
Right.
But because you're wearing your kimono and I'll be wearing my poncho, they're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Right. That makes sense.
Right. But if you were to wear, it's like, do you think Hispanics appreciate you wearing that?
Right.
And then we're just like, it's whatever. If you want to be warm, you want to be warm.
Right. I mean, that could be a whole podcast episode where we could talk about the difference between appropriation and appreciation. I'm not appropriating Mexican culture by like eating tacos.
Right.
Right. And I'm also not appropriating Japanese culture by wearing kimonos. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I think the internet culture that we live in, the like very politically correct culture, maybe the very, I would call it like outrage addiction culture, like makes it to where people feel bad for trying out other cultures' things. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yeah.
Because you wouldn't care if I wore a poncho.
I would ask, where'd you get it?
Right. And like if you met a Japanese person I'm just assuming, but if you met a Japanese person and you were wearing like a kimono top or whatever, they'd be like, that's super cool.
Yeah. As
long as you're not like making fun of the culture.
Yeah.
Or making fun of religious or spiritual symbolism. Wear what you want. Be respectful.
Yeah.
Try out different things.
Yeah.
Try out J fashion. Go to Kuroshiro Kawaii. You're gonna have to do some real heavy editing on here. Yeah.
I feel like the screen is just like coming to its lifetime.
Yeah, because I look really dark right now. Hopefully you can do some color correction.
Yeah.
Because I have a light pointing at me right now. I should not look like that dark. And I'm not saying that I literally just physically like look like I'm in a dark room. Yeah. Even though I'm in a very well lit room.
Well, we'll probably have to switch cameras again.
Oh no. We have a couple more minutes. So we're going to briefly touch on Spicy House.
It was good. It's a lot. It is a whole bunch of food.
Okay. Spicy House is like 1 or 2 doors down from Kuroshiro Kawaii.
Yes.
And it was so good. We don't have that much else to say except for it was really tasty. Look at camera 1 again.
It's really tasty and it's really good.
What did you get?
I got the pork and fried rice.
Barbecue pork fried rice?
Barbecue pork and fried rice.
I got the spicy shrimp and oh my god. So you order your entrees and they give you like a thing of rice. Like what are the things that you put tortillas in?
I wish I knew the name of that, honestly, but I just feel like it's
when you go to a Mexican restaurant,
like a Tupperware kind of thing,
and they give you like a little like container of tortillas.
Yeah, they have like the cloth where they wrap it up and keep it warm. You can like open the top.
They gave us a really big one of that full of rice.
White rice, steamed rice.
Yeah. I didn't try the rice because I'm not like a huge rice person.
Right. But
Kara and Chelly are really big rice people, and Kara like fucking devoured that rice. She was all about it. Kara got curry chicken and Chelly got orange chicken. And let me tell you, I sampled from everybody's plate, like the little raccoon that I am. And everything was so good, and the portions are giant. So it's not like you get a little bit of shrimp and then it's like rice.
The table next to us, we should have done that.
We really should have.
Knowing how much we were supposed to get.
Right. So, and it was really reasonably priced too.
It is.
So we all each got something, but we could have like 2 people, like we could have decided on 2 dishes and then just shared.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much food there was.
Yep.
Like they gave us giant portions.
We started eating, and I just made the comment that was so fucking true. It's like we didn't make a dent on our plates.
Nope.
We were eating and eating and eating, and nothing happened to our plates. It looked the exact same way it was brought out.
Yeah. No, for real.
I like the chopsticks.
The chopsticks were nice.
Really nice chopsticks.
This was the best shrimp that I've ever had.
The breading was good.
I don't even know what it was. Like I could not tell you it because it didn't have the mouth feel of like panko breadcrumbs.
It didn't have the grease feel either.
No, it didn't. It was like
It
was
was
perfect.
Kind of like air fry kind of
Perfect
breading.
shrimp. Get the spicy shrimp when you go.
Yeah.
And it was spicy, but it wasn't like, oh my god, you're gonna die spicy.
On the
orange chicken was way better than Panda Express's orange chicken.
On the choice of meat that you get, the plate is just the meat you get.
And then you can get some however much rice you want.
Yeah, so it's like a plate full of the shrimp and then the container full of rice. So it's not like the plate where we think it is, it's like the meat and then the rice. That's it. No, it's the whole big old plate of meat and then your Tupperware of rice.
We're definitely going to have to go back to try more things.
And only get one plate.
And share between us, yeah.
Because it's a lot.
It was a lot. We literally all had leftovers. And I don't think that's ever happened before when we've gone to a restaurant.
The leftovers look like a full plate.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, check out Westside.
Check out Katy. All right, we're running out of time, so you can find us at Megan Rowe in the Morning everywhere. You can find us at Mr. in the Morning on Twitter. That's also the hashtag that we use, Mr. in the Morning. You can find us on Linktree Megan Rowe in the Morning. We will have the addresses of the different places that we mentioned today linked below. Kuroshiro Kawaii and Spicy House, which are right next to each other. Mm-hmm. Side note, we went to Daiso. Daiso is also there.
Like a dollar store.
It's like a Japanese dollar store. So you could literally just spend a whole afternoon in this little plaza area.
Yep.
Having fun, trying on clothes, eating Chinese food, and going to a Japanese dollar store. So, you have any final thoughts?
Drink water. Lots of it, because I don't.
I need to. I've been cramping recently. Like, Charlie horses that you get in the middle of the night? I've been getting those, which means I need to eat more bananas and I need to drink more water. That's my final thought. Drink
H2O.
water. Drink bananas, eat water.
Yes, do that.
Hashtag drink bananas, eat water.
Yes.
That should be a t-shirt.